もりこもり。本日は脳みそ炸裂謎解きデイです。実はね、このペンギンタワーを続き、はい。前回どこまで推理しましたか？あんまり覚えれないな。やべえ。この殺人事件解決できるかな？そうだな。前回から住んでるの人たちの名前は私。
It's also on the floor.
似てるすぎてもうわかんねえ。
Sure is. Guessing.
まずはもう一回ロビーに戻ってたまに見ようかな。
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
覚えてねえ。日は違うです。
Fitz fellow, half fellow, half Everstone.
Do you think he still lives here?
こ
Freya
の子
fellow.
フェイフォローはね、もう殺害されました。
The murder victim.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
フィフィはフローラ。
Flora Remington.
ほら、フローラじゃん。
We met her. She's one of the suspects.
フローラ、あと
Fiona Fellow.
フィオラ。似てるすぎ。似てる。フィローラとフィオナ。
We met her. She's one of the suspects.
フィローラとフィオナ。フィーフィーのお母さんはフィローラ。フィローラの元の名前はフィローラ。なんだっけ？
What is
I think it's a family tree.
フィローラ・ロメントン。はいはい。だからフィーフィーはフィオーナ。
Poppy Pointer.
She's half Remington and half Pointer.
Do you think she still lives here?
パピは住んでいる。前回のフィビーの口からはこれを確認しました。この部屋に行きましょう。この部屋はね、フィフィの部屋。つまりフィオーナの部屋です。ここは図書館で、これはフレイヤの部屋。ここに行きましょう。フィフィの部屋。これは
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
何か
What is all this?
かな。なんで私なんで
Is that supposed to be me? Why do I look so angry?
いや、似てるですよね。むしろ同じ人物見える。が、私はこのタワー初めてじゃん。
That's just the face you make when you're thinking.
Oh?
It does make you wonder, though. When did Fifi draw all this?
そうそうそう。いつこの絵描いたのかな。いやー、知らない数字ばかり。でも確か誰と誰の関係ですね。いいですね。ピローラさんとロセンとつながって、この人、フィニックスだっけ？フィニックスかな。これは、この二人は夫婦ですからさ。関係者。これはパピだそうです。この二人まだ会えたことがない。でもなぜフィフィと。
That's you, Sally.
ああ、サリーか。フィフィじゃないか。
What? I do not look like that. Do I?
似てる？いや、似てないよ。だっていつも怒っているのいい顔ですからさ。パートナーのこと同じ家族とか同じパートナーとか夫婦とか感じかな。
Who's that?
Not sure.
Not sure. まだ会えたことがないですか？ Not sure. まだわからないです。
Who's that?
Not sure. Who is that?
No idea.
No idea. I'm not sure. はてな。
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mhm.
ああ、
And
そうなんだ。
Fifi herself.
レアがいないか。レアがとフィフィ。レアの部屋にはフィフィとフレアの写真がありました。確かありました。いっぱいですね。
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
何か書いているな。
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her
あ
microbiology
ー、
experiments.
生物学。わかんねえ。
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
同じか。
Is it a
I
clue?
hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology.
A pretty ornate window with a great view of the lake.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not assessing the real estate value.
ほうほうほう。
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary natural light. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
これは
It's a magnifying glass. A big
How come you don't have one of those?
あは老眼。
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off a pipe.
面白いな。じゃあ、
Scientific formulas. Probably.
おそらくな。だってわかんないや。
I'll openly admit I have no idea what any of it means.
この顔。私と同じだ。私と同じだ。数学？何それ？
Crystal chandeliers. Extra fancy.
I don't know. They just seem old-fashioned to me.
部屋に水星のなんだ。
Plus, they're kinda dusty.
このペット。
A new suspect.
何車、このビアが。
Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
この茶は何？
It looks like a microscope, a big one.
Can I touch it?
はあはあ。
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
へえ。これ柿の形を柿の形を組み合わせてこっちは違うかな。はあはあはあ。はあはあはあはあはあ。じゃああと少しだな。いや、これでいいか？
I guess that's wrong.
違うか、あと少
The
し
four
か。
lenses all have different magnification strengths. So they must each have a specific position along the rail.
はあはあはあ、あと少し。あ、うわー。この形は間違いないな。でも、つながない。問題はここ。こう？
Hey, not bad.
Yes.
Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
本かな？秘密の日記。よく読み。あーはあはあはあ。鍵が。はあはあはあ。いや、鍵ないな。鍵がないな。チップス。こっちは？
That's a whole lot of books.
はあはあはあ、本がいっぱい。じゃあ、いや、これ動かないか。じゃあ、一回ビビと話を。
A book. My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
これ、
This photograph
はいはい
is
はい。
my favorite photograph.
お気に入りですよね。
So, why'd you rip it in half?
そうそうそう、もう半分はどう？何し、どこ行っちゃった？
That was not me.
へえ、つまりやったのはビビじゃない。
Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off.
あー、数学の人の過去か、科学か。そうそう、わかっている。ちゃんと半分ではないと分かっている。もういい。いい。 い解説しないで。
It was only a third.
そうだな。そうだな。わかっているよ。もういい。気になってるのは赤く者ですからさ、これ
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
はあ、マイマだ。お母さんのことね。鳥
And she left it in the library?
そうだな。この本は図書館に置いているな。
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
ずいぶんと図書館に来てない。いや、まずこれが。
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
土の
A chalkboard?
Is this a library or a club?
ABCD この数字もわかんねえやん。わかんない。
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
わかんないな。じゃあ、別部屋に行こうかな。
What is
I
that?
think it's a family Lord Pointer.
This goes back a couple of generations.
こっちはフォロンの家族で、こっちはペンターですね。これはペンターの家族ですね。こっちに行きます。音楽室みたい。そうですね。すみません。怖っ。
Are you a ghost?
顔怖っ。
Sally! That's rude!
そうだな、失礼だな。でも怖っ。
Unless she is a ghost.
お前は失礼だよ。
It may come as a disappointment,
あ
but I am alive.
ー、生きてるよ。
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy.
パ
I'm a
ピー。
pointer and a pianist.
パピーペンター。あ
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
ー。はい。フレイヤーについていくつか聞きたいの。
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
13年以上の練習か。
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor.
Percival Pointer. Professor. Percival Professor. 言いにくいな。似ている。名前も似ている。
Spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
You get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends.
フィフィとフレアは一番親友。この2人だけ仲良くしてる。他のはあんまり知らない。
We all turned 19 last year.
去年19歳になった。つまり今年は20。
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower?
そうですね。このタワーはね、島ですからさ。
I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely.
はあはあはあ。はあ、ここを出てきたい。
Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it.
3人たちよくその話したな。でもさ、ローロンの家族とプレンの家族。ローロン家族の一人が外で嫁さんとかことを探した。だってファミリー
Argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi, things are more complicated for her.
もっと複雑な問題。
What about now?
そうだな、今だと。
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
殺人事件が発生されたから、これ以上この部屋に住んだくないか。しかもさ、友人の一人ですからさ。
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
いつも同じ。3時間半。3時間半で練習した。
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
3時間
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room.
自分の部屋に練習。
When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot.
フィフィと図書館で会う予定だったけど、忘れちゃって。
When I finally got down there, she'd already gone.
だから到着しましたの時いない。
I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
図書館にいない。すると部屋もロックした。
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way.
わからないですね。 う。わかんない。
So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
だから上の段階に戻って
What?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
あ、自分の部屋の外で
Was it just you up there?
No, Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side.
フェスフェス誰だっけ、どの家族のだっけ。
He's been teaching me about flowers.
flowers 会えたことがない人、まだ会えたことがないか、いないかないか。
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
はあはあはあ。
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
いや、ただ話していないけど、私はしてない。
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden
Ah,
most of
ah,
the
ah, この人
afternoon.
ね。
Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
その時ある。ここの庭で、この声を聞いた。
I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling.
はあはあはあ。
It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse.
はあはあはあ。何が金属なのかなっていうみたいに。ガチャンガカン。ドアを壊し、ドアを壊したのかな。だってドアが破壊されました。
I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check.
はあはあはあ。
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering.
違うが、ドアがロックされました。誰も返事してなかった。つまりこの金属のドアを破壊されたのではない。
I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there.
私はフレアとフロア。
So I made Fitz kick down the door.
だからドアはフェスで破壊。
I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
はいはいはい。
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did.
彼女も私と同じタイミングで何かを発見したみたいだった。いやー、フォロワーはね、いつも神秘ですね。話してたこともないし。
I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in.
はあはあはあ、この部分はもうほぼフィフィとフィフィから知っていると同じです。
The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason.
はあはあはあ。
The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
へえ。
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
後から。待って。
There's a faded mural on the wall.
When I was a kid, I never knew the difference between a mural and a mosaic.
ああ。モザイクと、モザイクの絵と壁が違うかもわからない。モザイクはね、一枚一枚ずつしないとできないですからさ。私もやったことがあります。きついよ。あらだお。ようこそいらっしゃい。黎明的。你做開咩 gym？ 跑步機。
You still don't know, do you?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
割れている。割れている。
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
That's a lot of notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor.
ランタンが。
One old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
いや、私もその問題が、その危険を知っているよ。私知っているよ。ほら、本の場所、本を置いている場所で、ろうそくは危険です。火事です。火事が。書櫃嗰邊放蠟燭係一件好危險嘅事。
Who plays the violin, I wonder?
It's pretty dusty. So I'm guessing nobody.
ピアノ。
It's one of those big pianos with the open lids.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
割れてカチャンとしましたら危険ですね。
Smells like a forest in here.
MC いや、おこここの っと待って。これさ、速度を変えられない。変えられない。いいか。で、会話の速度が変えられないですね。
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right, fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs.
Hi.
Just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
パピーが、あとはね、2人が、こうから下ろしました。パピーはフィフィの部屋にいました。すると、フィフィとフィニックスがここに行った。の間にフィフィとパピーと誰だっけ塔に戻りました。だからフィニックスが塔に戻った時はもうフィフィと誰がいる？はあ。じゃあ、最初から降りたのは誰？
It's an octopus.
No, it's not.
Huh?
It has 6 legs,
Ah.
not 8.
え？いや、そんな。タコじゃない？
Don't say it.
Sextopus.
オクトパス。これ？
It's a metronome for keeping time.
It's ticking.
はあ、時計みたいな音。
Is it a bomb?
違うよ、バカ。この顔。
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
はあ。ticking。はあ。 待って。ボタンを落としてすべてのダイヤル。はあはあはあはあはあはあ。両方今感じが違う。逆にならないな。つまり方法しかない。近い近い近い近い。やっちゃった。ちょっと待って。違う違う。あっちゃー。これを2つですが。この2組は同じですな。よし。あ。
That's done it.
Neat.
何か入っているの？
What happened?
A little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph. Part of a photograph.
そう。この写真の半分はフィフィとフレアですね。髪の色。
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
後で。
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols mean?
Hopefully, nothing.
何の意味もないといいけどな。
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these ones that stand upright. Sheet music.
It's
Presumably.
only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
はあはあはあ。C D E F G G G G ダンダンダンダンダンダンダン。これ読め。C D E E ちが。
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there were so many shades of black.
A single red rose.
そうだね、この赤いバラが
How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
逆に怪しいですね。この暗い部屋で。
Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Always a good omen.
ちょっと待って、この目確か塔の天井にもあったっけ？
It's an eye. More handwritten sheet music.
A lamp. It is most definitely turned off.
はあはあはあ。
Just a bunch of clothes on the floor, nothing weird about that.
To you.
Anything in the drawers?
Nothing you need to know about.
あ、女性の服が入っているから。あ、そし。
A big glass door leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
そうで、庭が。おお。月、太陽、月。太陽。真ん中はあ、真ん中
Nothing. Still
All four tiles have a moon symbol.
Those other symbols look like suns. Surely that's something to do with it?
I think it is, but in an abstract kind of way.
はあはあはあはあはあはあはあはあ。ちょっと待って。チャットのサイズちょっと変えたい。ちょっと待って。はい。帰りました。あ、変わった。
Nope. It's not budging.
Maybe the information we need isn't here.
So where is it?
Somewhere else.
ここ、あ
Ah, didn't work.
You know, I think this might be one of a pair.
What? The whole thing?
Yeah. Something about those symbols. The duality of the sun and moon, you know?
If you say so.
太陽と変わった部分。こっちは2つと1ラインは2つ。最初はこうだ。最初はこうでした。
Ah, didn't work.
違う。
No, I think this might be one of a pair.
What? The whole thing?
Yeah, something about those symbols. The duality of the sun and moon, you know?
If you say so.
はあはあはあ。一直線と対してるじゃない。
Ah, didn't work.
You know,
What?
yeah, the duality
If
of
you say so.
形も違う。いや、これ違うか。太陽。
Ah,
you know,
what?
yeah, the
If
duality of
you say so.
違うな。はあはあはあ。違うな。直線じゃない。はい。行動。月、太陽、太陽、
Ah, didn't work.
you know,
違う
yeah, the
な。
duality
If you say so.
はあはあはあはあはあ。こうできない。太陽と対して。いやー。
Ah,
違う
didn't work.
な。
the
違
duality.
If you say so.
違うな。
I guess we'll come back later.
後で解決。ああ。
Gloomy.
But roomy.
ほら。後でしようかな。すみません。
Shh, listen. Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering. So quiet, and yet so loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Could the speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
プロフェッサー。プロフェッサーだ。
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens.
ほうほうほう。
Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only only in our minds.
Helpful.
ははは。この人はパピーのお父さんですね。
Me? Not much to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Hobby.
Sounds like you're
興
quite
味
well
だ
known.
け
You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the cosmos I say hi.
はあはあはあはあ。プロフェッサー。
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course.
本質。はあはあ。プレノビート。フィックス。はあはあはあ。
I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out how to put up Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening.
はあはあはあ。最後に知ってた。つまり、パピーとの証言と同じですね。
I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever then?
ちょっと待ってよ、ホークショック。その顔に赤いの見えました？
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
はいはいはいはいはい。
I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever.
表情には変化がなかった。いつもと同じ。それは正しいかな。つまり、フィスとパピーは、ドアの外で、音を確認したいから、フェスは、ドア破壊された後ずっとこの部屋にいる。そ そしてパピがフィフィを探して
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason.
はいはいはいはいはい。価格の研究を調べるんですね。はいはいはい。今までの
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
はあはあはあはあはあ。
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business.
相手の家問題。家族問題ですからさ、こっち関係ないですから。
I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
はいはいはいはいはい。ちょっと確認したいことは、この
A very old statue indeed. I'd recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is. Curious little thing, isn't it? Do you know what she keeps in there?
彼女がそこに隠してたな。保管してるものがして
Nothing. At the moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How bizarre.
おかしな話だ。
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
Yeah.
You know, I've always wanted one of those.
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
I would look at it.
Huh.
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle, sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
地球の中心で惑星太陽月を回す。影の様子ははいはいはいはいはいはい。こっちです。こういう感じです。いや違うか？こうかな？違う。けど絶対関係あります。じゃない。これは近い。けど違う。違う。はいはいはいはいはい。こっちじゃない。ここです。はいはいはいはいはいはいはい。やりまし
That's the
た。
one.
Hey, not bad. Did you hear that? Something unlocked.
There's a little hatch underneath? What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
黄金の虫。 見たもの。あ。こう。こうか。で、フィフィがしてるかもな。
It's a chart of the solar system. Which planet are you from, Sally? It's a chart of the solar system. Which planet are you from, Sally?
Pretty.
It's too cloudy to see any stars right now.
It's also daytime.
そうですよ。今、昼間だよ。言えないでしょ。違う、この。
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
そうです。この方法はさ、おかしいと思ったら、そうか。だったら空を見るじゃない。おかしい。この方法ならわかるはずですけど。
You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
そうでね、偶然とは思わない。
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
はあはあはあ。
It's that little plant Flora keeps on the window ledge.
Don't you think it would fall off?
Maybe it's glued down.
ああ。まだ部屋。
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there.
そうですね。もう気になる。
I can just about see the gramophone. I can see the doorway. It leads into the hall. The door itself is on the floor, knocked off its hinges. You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see behind her. I can't really see anything. Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope?
そうですね。
I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
そうですね。空を。
I can't move it.
あ、怪しい。Can't move it. 動かせないですね。
I think this is just how it's set up.
怪しいな。
It's tidier than my desk. Oh, the notebook is untouched. It's completely blank.
使えない。
So, even the most well-used notebooks start off blank.
It's too cloudy to see any stars right now.
It's also daytime.
これは
A bell jar. It's empty.
What do people normally keep in bell jars?
Other than bells, you mean?
はあはあはあ。
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
怪しいな。ここか。この部屋に入りたい。鳥。
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
は
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful.
なんでなの
Penny Porter, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it.
あー、ペニー、プララピー。フィフィと同じね。
Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends.
Huh?
Are birds.
Travel? Where to?
おかしいね。20? いや、後で確認しようかな。
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz.
フェスとペニーがカップル。でも、フェスはパピーと仲良くしている。
He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Fitz fellow.
The very one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families.
はあはあ
Fitz and
は
I
あ。
find it much easier to stay out of it altogether. I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there, crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happened.
突
Did
然
he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed
400?
themselves?
400?
Course. And they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I.
ああ、昨日は
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from
誰もい
Detective
ない。
Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the Fellow Tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too.
はあは
I
あ
told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there.
うんうんうん
Fitz, too. Standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
はい
What
はい
about
はい
Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
はいはいはいわかった鳥
Somebody taking an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
Oh,
しまし
yes.
た。
The book is very old. Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one, well, it was thought to be extinct for a long time. Then one was found here at Tangle Tower.
So it's not extinct.
You misunderstand. It was the last one.
あ
The
あ。
very last.
Oh.
最後の最後、残した鳥はここにあいた。でもあれはもう最後。
Very nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them. Even this one of...
Yes.
はあはあ。これ、すごく怪しい。
If I'm not mistaken, that little red and white one is supposed to be a bird of some kind.
そうですね、この鳥ですね。私と想像と同じ。
Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might know.
No, can't say I. Freya, perhaps. I know she was always very fond of grubby little things like this.
はあ。
Noted. We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now? Check out that butterfly.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
My little writing desk. It's kind of cute.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the middle.
へえ、真ん中のページがいない。なくなった。鏡みたいですね。
Bird diagrams. Hand painted.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows their stuff.
ああ。
An especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
はあはあはあ、この鳥たち。
They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going freely.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
A rather magnificent bush. Somewhat cruelly confined to a stone pot.
There's a letter P carved into the side.
P. E.
I feel like I'm standing in a giant bird cage.
そうですね。はあはあはあ。さあ、いわくと、これ。
I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
はあ。
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable.
はあはあはあはあ。怪しいですね。
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized. Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
Oh.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me, if she'd stuck with it.
Oh.
But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Oh. Something is different.
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
後で聞きます。
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
Ano daw? Ano kaya?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music.
Piano music.
Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this?
我有咁陰森咩？我有咁陰森咩？
Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
現場の書院機の中に入っていました。
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
そのピンクの色は好きじゃないですね。一睇知唔係中意粉紅色嘅人啊！そう、昔の写真の中にピンクが好きだっ
You
た。
used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
写真の中にピンクの色です。
Let's take a closer look at this.
Poppy の部屋で見つかるもの。違う、ハートじゃメッセージピンク古いピンクの我嘅世界好似係粉色，係咩？
The pink cassette tape
So.
found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
部 一
That
次
is
就中
not。me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
一次就中。So
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up? And then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
唔係撞中啦，係嗰張圖明顯係啱咯。運だけじゃないよ、運だけじゃないよ。ヒントが明らかにそれですからさ，絕對唔係淨係靠撞彩㗎。ポッピーはどうなの？パピはもうそんな目癒してるの？頭先唔係殺人犯啦，但係 Poppy 討厭 Fifi 同 Fiona、Freya 先啦，定係 Poppy 同嗰張圖肯定唔係6歲咁簡單。この写真は絶対この写真が多分13歳くらいかな。張相應該係上年影嘅，今年有事，應該13歲嗰陣時，佢哋仲一齊慶祝嘅。そんなダメ。同 Fifi， 但係佢同 Fifi 仲係朋友，所以應該唔係討厭。
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
まず一つのヒントは分かっているな。首先第一點係好清楚嘅就係、佢哋嘅朋友關係未決裂，但係就單純唔中意粉紅色，再中意粉紅色，所以連間房都轉咗色。去調查下呢間房先。Dannyの部屋。
That's some flower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
青色の土藍色嘅土壤。怪しいですな。
Traveling cases.
Empty. All of them. A little bedtime reading?
Let's see. Romance novels, detective novels, and
Huh?
What?
this one appears to be both.
Nice.
A
little tea set. Looks recently used.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed.
Looks like nature invited itself in. Rude. Looks like nature. Rude.
It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds? Nope. Wooden.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
待って、この鳥の鳥違うな、絶対それ違う。これとこれとこうになる。ちょっと待って。形、こう、一線の目と、かかっている目と半分はこう感じ。定係呢個同呢個合埋眼。この鳥とこの鳥の半分。いや、これは違うか。首先嘴型，口の形はこうじゃ上がっている。唔係順序，睇嗰個叫咩啊？關係基因圖，即係點樣遺傳基因？睇嗰個，唔係順序，唔係呢個順序。佢睇兩個合埋一齊嘅關係，細嘴，中間，呢兩個生咗中間呢一隻。
Nope.
Nope.
There must be some logic to how the birds are arranged. Something to do with those white lines.
我哋咧呢兩個生咗呢個，呢兩個生咗呢個，呢兩個生咗呢個，即係咁樣。佢係大嘴同細嘴生咗中嘴。但係中嘴同合嘴應該唔會生大嘴。咁樣
Nothing.
I think the birds are related to each other.
眼同嘴，眼同嘴。中 細眼同大眼生咗半合眼。主角
I guess that's wrong.
It's a family tree. The
So,
colors
so,
and
so.
eyes combine as they go down the family line.
そうです。
You'll need to start with blue and yellow at the top.
そうです。blue and yellow そうです。完全にそうです。因為男雀同左眼同右眼合埋一齊變咗中間眼。呢個應該唔關隔代遺傳事。因為係眯眼眯埋眯眼加圓眼就變咗半開眼。
I got it.
Yeah. やった。
I'm impressed. Did the door open?
Now I will get her. 唔係撞鐘啊！又屈我
We
撞
already
鐘。
solved it.
係遺傳基因家族圖。家族圖呢一 part 我一開始就知嘅，嗰個白線。都但係溫室呢度溫室廣場。
Whoa, nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick Grimoire.
立場調轉咗，但是咪格格だ格格。セレンこそ、サリこそ。
Private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Hawkshock だ。
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire.
いや、私はそう思うです。我都係咁諗。Hawkshock 個名實在太有型。
Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
いい考えですね。
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Pikachu 冇錯，你講得啱。皮卡超偵探。
Oh, right.
咩意思啊？咩意思？我明明就一個頭腦好清晰嘅偵探。
Now, if you would, I have work to do. It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
What are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours.
133 啊100就已经用48 72 即係話熱燒過嚟
5.5 days.
其實 miss 係數數添
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so? As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library.
助手係聰明好多，助手係勁醒，結果助手就好似偵探咁，跟住偵探會好似助手，所以啱啱佢成個立場，佢介紹自己嘅時候，成個立場反咗。さっきセリが自己紹介の時はさ、探偵としているという紹介してるの感じでめっちゃ面白い。
It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
To 何か怪しいですね。 就可以俾 Sherlock 睇。
You truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no system.
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint.
俾人吐槽話佢份 file 好鬼亂，之類啦。咩變翻日文啊？咩變翻日文？之類啦。
You ever see a mushroom that big before?
Not in real life.
あーしてるかも。アリスかな。呢邊可以睇到屋企。
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
はあ。何かかけていたけど今はもうなくなった。ここから家見えるです。呢個 cut 咗個雕刻刪走咗。ここは
A giant glowing gemstone full of plants.
AKA a greenhouse.
AKA あ
Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
はあはあはあ。
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
D ここにははあ Q E 3睇先3 9 12つまりこれ3時計です。966時計だ。
I got it.
係整好啦。呢邊係12，佢下面呢個係6，呢邊係9。個形狀呢邊係3。個鐘。これ12ですね。これ時計です。12の文字がこの丸の中に入っている。これ6。それとここは9。ここは3ですね。
I'm impressed. What's in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a
Yeah.
telescope. But I'm not actually sure what it is.
はあはあはあはあ。これドラゴン。
It's a sea serpent,
ドラゴン
turned into stone by a wizard.
じゃない。
If you say so. What happened to its head?
そうでね、頭。
Beheaded by the same wizard.
はあ。やだな、ここには虫の声が。
A wooden trunk that opens up into a full desk.
I want one.
虫の声、やだですね。びっくり。
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better.
誰が先にどうぞ、どうぞって。
I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire.
後ろで隠している。匿喺個助手後面。
Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the gardener.
This fellow.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
副作用ですが。
Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
人間にとっては毒ではない。でも、その湖の水は吉時。佢湖水係藍藍綠綠、紫紫瑩色咁樣。對人體無害嘅，對人類無害嘅，但係就唔代表對植物或者係其他生物有無害，唔知道。
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
それもわかんないか。
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA, sometimes.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
はあ。
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon.
斯文聲嘅大隻佬，超可愛啊！佢一開始係勁怕醜咁匿喺棵植物後面，但係佢因為太高大同埋俾啲植物遮住咗之後咧，佢嗰個陰影顯得勁。かわいいですね。この人、最初はね、植物の後ろで隠している。でも背が高すぎてするとこの植物の影の影響でその怖い顔してるに見える。
I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
そう、Poppy と一緒にいた。
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her
ちょっ
father
と
with
待
her,
って、
and
最初は
Fifi
き
too.
ついてなかった。でも、フェスが見えるときは、フィオナが吸っている。得係佢啱啱嗰個動畫咧，佢入嚟嘅時候咧，因為我咁樣睇法咁停暫斷。佢入嚟嗰陣時咧，阿 Fiona 係坐咗喺地下。肯定 Fiona 係反應過嚟之後坐咗喺地下，定係佢本身就企？有個細節。
Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
I see.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
A little chart of, actually, I have no idea what it's about.
係化學元素価格の元素4567はいXS 派數學符號有派有即係呢個可以佢なんだっけなside tangent side cosine この数学
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
数学
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
宝石みたいまた珍しい青色の質です佢嗰嚿泥好似寶石但係佢嗰個泥土一樣都係青色
Is that fruit?
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no. That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers. Tools. Used by a gardener. For gardening. Bags of soil.
It's so blue.
All the flowers here look kind of poisonous.
Can flowers be poisonous?
Anything can be poisonous.
Good to
毒に
know.
見えるんですねそうけどこれどの花ですか
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower.
エリの部屋には行ったりしない。Not going anymore. 確か Not going anymore と聞いた。係咪聽到 Not going anymore？ 佢哋話冇再去佢間房。啊 ，Ponta 嘅塔都冇去。
I just don't have a reason to.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you in the rooftop garden, I think, with Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Are we done? Those petals, they,
What?
they're red.
怪しいな。怪しい。
This is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
And it makes the fruit grow all shiny and gemstony.
Sometimes. You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do with this shiny and edible fruit?
You look at it.
ただ見るだけか。
I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. That's called alchemy. It was a whole thing.
咧，我哋集齊晒所有人嘅口供啦。すべての証言を見つけましたが、どうかな。一回ここへロビー戻ってみよう。
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Primrose Remington. I guess she doesn't live here anymore.
Richard Remington.
The one and only.
Percival Pointer.
Professor Percival Pointer.
First of all,
We met him. He's one of the suspects.
プロフェッサーの娘はパピー。
Pandora Pointer. I guess she doesn't live here anymore.
Buck Brackley. I guess he doesn't live here anymore.
Penelope Pointer. We met her. She is one of the suspects.
ヘイニーが
Flint Fellow. I guess he doesn't live here anymore.
ヘイニーが
Fitzfellow.
フェツ
We met
が
him. He's one of the suspects.
がフェツが好き。でもフェツがパピーが好き。三角關係。違
Pretty.
う。あ、この鳥。
Pretty.
この鳥とこの少女とこのヘビ。あとはね、レイヤーはもう亡くなった。残しているのはフィックス、フィオナ、フィローナ、フェリックス、ポピー、フィオナはフィフィ。7。 あはあはあ。ちょっと考えよう。ですが、ポピが好きだから赤いバラを送った。Fest 係中意Puppy 嘅，咁所以就送咗紅色玫瑰俾佢。咁咧 Penny 咧就妒忌 Puppy。Penny 妒忌 Puppy， 所以將佢紅色嗰朵玫瑰定係其中一朵花咧就碾爛，跟住放咗佢個雀巢位。係。所以佢話佢會揾到佢。跟住查嗰張相嘅時候，佢都好妒忌。Face がPuppyが好きだから赤いバラを送った。でも、ペニーがFaceが好きですから、これ、ペニーがPuppyが嫉妬している。だから赤いバラとか赤い花の花畑をバラバラにして、Now I find you とその手紙を一緒にちょっと確認したい。先生のコピーどっち？翻譯者。翻訳者。でも、ペニーの部屋はもう二度と入っていない。そうですね。はい。怪しいのはね、佢哋兩個間Fit 嘅房係同 Puppy 連接 ，Puppy 個庭院連接。謎はまだ解けていない。でもだいぶ報告がありますね。雖然仲未解開謎題，但係大致嘅方向都有。次はね、怪しいとこ入って、それを見つけ。かわいいな。じゃあ、本日はここまでにします。はい、今日ね、就查到呢個位置啦。事件はまだ解決していない。本日の調査はここまでにします。今、持っている証言はね、だいぶ線はつながっている。でも、後ろのストーリーはね、何か隠してるのかな？雖然咧路線掌握都差唔多啦，不過咧就仲有一啲背後嘅故事仲要查。唔係靠撞㗎，我有神，我有解㗎，我有認得㗎。じゃあ本日はね、調査ここまでにします。で、来週まだヒント覚えてるかいいな。 皆さん来てくれてありがとうございました。よいしょよいしょよいしょ。はい、多謝打嚟到。はい、ありがとうございました。それじゃあみんな、今週土曜日、違う、金曜日配信あります。今個禮拜六，唔係禮拜五，係啦，禮拜五係有直播嘅，咁我哋直播 Star Road 翻嚟，繼續我哋嘅牧場生活。牧場の生活を続きます。確か牧場生活だよな。ちょっと待って。覚えてねえ。そう、牧場生活を続きます。じゃあ、また金曜日で会いしましょう。我哋禮拜五再見啦！禮拜五有我哋嘅例行耕田直播。好啦，それじゃあみんなおつもりです。みんなおやすみ。大事。